This is my Jaeger-LeCoutlre Grande GMT. This is my second Jaeger. The first one is a Memovox. I'll put a link to it here if you want to see the video of that. This is approximately 46 millimeters from lung to lung, from here to here, which on paper sounds quite large, but because it's a narrow watch, it's not too bad. It's 29 millimeters thick. That doesn't sound right, but I'm just going by what they say. And it's 30 meters water resistant, which is really just splash proof. You don't really want to be taking it anywhere near any water other than washing your hands. It runs the mechanical JLC in-house movement, the 848. With 35 joules. It's got a 8-day power reserve, which is really good. It's hand wound, so it's something you need to. Well, once you've wound it for one week, really, you're all right. What makes it more of a unique watch is the GMT and a Reverso GMT, which would mean on the other side you've got another watch, or the same watch but different time. So it is just like having two watches in one, and that's one of the selling points for me when I bought the watch. When I was looking at this watch and another Jaeger, I was looking at the Aston Martin one, and I picked this one in the end because of the function. I love the GMT. For me, it's something I will use, and I do use a lot, and it was just. And it's a Reverso. JLC are known for their Reversos, and it's just one of those watches I think you should have in your collection if you're a watch enthusiast, I should say. Excuse me. So the watch came on this brown crocodile strap, and it comes on a deployant buckle with their logo on there. On the back of it, there's nothing really. You could have it engraved. I know some of the Reversos, which are not GMTs, they'll have a plain just steel black, and then people have their engraving, their initials or a message to their loved ones if it's a present. Or you can have all sorts of engraving done there. If you look on their website, it's the things you can have put on there are just incredible, and how they do it, it's all done by hand. On the back here you can see the turned engraving. They all have this. Just a nice touch. They look at everything, even though you don't see that much. It's still really nicely done. So the back, I won't mind having something engraved there, but it's not something I've thought about too much. The deployant buckle's really nice and comfortable, easy to fit. It's 20 millimeter lungs, which is great, unlike my Memovox, which is 21, so getting straps from them, it's quite difficult. This one you can just pick up any strap. This one is still the original strap on there, and I've got another one. Again, always get a second strap when you're buying a watch. They'll normally throw one in, and if they don't, then tell them you go and buy it from somewhere else. The dial has the big date on the bottom left, you can just see there, and a constant second hand there. At the moment it needs to be wound, and I'll wind it in a minute so you can see what it's like when it's wound. So that's why it stopped. And then here you've got a night day indicator. That's mainly because if you're using it as a GMT and using this side as your other time zone, you know if it's going to be day or night in that other part of the world. So to turn it over, you just flip it over. It's a bit stiff today. On this side of the dial you've got the normal time. Here on the top right is the power reserve. So I'll wind it now, and you can see the power reserve should. Oh, sorry, I'm winding it the wrong way. That would help if I wind it the right way, because it's the opposite way around. You can just see the power reserve indicator going up. Like I said before, it's an 8-day power reserve. So what I normally do is just I'll wind it up to the 8 days and then just let it run, and then wind it every few days. On the bottom here, you've got the day-night indicator. So you've got the top part, which is the day, and the bottom, where it's black, is the night, and you can just make out the 12, 1, 2, 3, so on. So you can see the time there. This one here is to indicate how plus or minus the hours. So depending on where you want to set the time, you just press this button here. So if it's minus, you can just see that is going backwards, and also this one is also going backwards. So it's quite a good way of setting the time. So if you know a certain place is, say, 5 hours ahead, so at the moment it's set at 0, so it's going to be the same time on both sides, you see. So it's got the same time on both. So if you know something is 5 hours ahead, so top one is the plus, so you want to move the indicator to that point there. Sorry, that point there. I'm looking through the viewfinder, so it's a bit difficult. So it's 4, 5. So you don't need to count. All right, it's 1:40 in the morning in the other side of the world, or night. But this is obviously morning. And all you got to do is know that it's 5 hours plus, and you do it that way. And again, if you know it's 5 hours minus, you just go the other way. And then see, it's 5 minus. So it's a really easy way to use the GMT. The way they've thought this watch out is just fantastic. It's really so easy to use and well thought out. And then on this side, again, the day and night indicator. So this will indicate it's daytime, so it's 9 AM, so you can see the sun. So as you're moving it around, when it gets to 12, the sun will go into the middle, and then it will turn dark to the night. So now you know it's 10 PM or 12. So it's a really nice way of using the GMT. The date indicator is also really nice and legible, so you just move it. As you can see, they move one at a time until it gets to 30, and they both moved. Absolutely fantastic watch. Great GMT watch, great dress watch, and a must-have, I would say, in anyone's collection if you're a watch enthusiast, to have a Reverso. Thank you for watching.